Hi everyone, I am Astos Das and we are from the Mercury team. I study in class 7B, Rajgampur, Odisha. My hobby is stargazing and solving Rubik's cubes. Now I would like my friend Siddharth to introduce himself.
Thank you, Ashutosh. My name is Siddharth. I study in class 4 on Sun Academy School in Chennai. My hobbies are stargazing and building model rockets. Over to my friend Adar.
My name is Atap Sani and I study in Vibdur High, Pune, Maharashtra. And my hobby is playing cricket and learning about space and also singing. Now I now take it over to Ashutosh.
Okay, thank you. And now today we would be discussing about how can we live on Mercury. In order to live on Mercury, there are three phases. Phase 1, locating the base. First, we need to find a suitable and an appropriate location with a flat surface since it has many craters. But before that, we need to send an unmanned satellite to Mercury to look for regions where very few meteoroids fall as there is no atmosphere for protection. Then we would move to phase 2. Phase 2 is landing on the planet using retro rocket engines and to remove them so that they can be reused in the future. Then we would set up our national flag and plan some science experiments. Then for the third phase, we would use the Mercurian soil to protect us from the UV rays and to use solar energy. Now, living on Mercury is very different in living on Mercury than living on Earth. A Mercurian year only lasts about 88 days, which is less than 3 months on Earth. Even though it is very fast, a year is shorter than a day on Mercury. It it revolves around itself so slowly because it doesn't have a moon to speed it revolution. But because of Mercury's low gravity, which is just like the moon, we would look like a 40-year-old person, even though we would have lived there for almost for 4,000 years. Now, I would like my friend Siddharth to discuss about the challenges and advantages on living in the planet.
The distance from the sun. The Mercury is very close to the sun because it receives very high radiation and high heat. High radiation. I talked about that point in the last sentence itself. No atmosphere. There is no atmosphere in the Mercury to protect us from meteoroids and craters. Extreme temperature. Extreme temperature because Mercury is too close to the sun. At one side of it is very hot and the other side is very cold. The distance from Earth. Mercury is very far away from Earth to use any normal rockets. We needed to use very powerful rockets to reach Mercury. Solar advantages. We could use solar panels for electricity. Since Mercury is close to the sun, operating solar cars. We could use solar cars for transportation. Living on Mercury is like living on the moon. Why? Because it does not have an atmosphere. Over to my friend Athar.
Now let us come to the main point. How can we make Mercury a livable planet? How can we bring life to Mercury? Here are some points. Um, Having area with least exposure to sun. Like some areas of Mercury, like we can make them like special areas for us to live. I mean, they will not have sunlight, which will make that area scorching hot. It will be at a normal temperature like it is on Earth. Use sulfur abundantly available to make car batteries, robust water processing on Earth and mineral mining. As Mercury is very rich in sulfur, it is 20 times richer than Earth and Moon and Mars. So it can be used in making all these things like rovers, water processing on Earth and mineral mining, all these things. So we can use them. 1/3 of Earth's gravity is it has 1/3 of Earth's gravity, so it can be easy for transportation. For example, if you have a 1,000 kg dumper attached to a car and you're pulling it, but at the same place, if you have 100 kg dumper attached to a car and pulling it, it will be more easy for you to pull the 100 kg dumper attached to the car, because it will have less weight. Um, but on Mercury, the 1,000 kg dumper will also be very easy to pull, because it will have less gravity. The next is we can use soil to build radiation protector. So, like I said, our special area, from which we are never going to go out because we can't go at that temperature. So we can use like the mercury's, because it's very near to sun. It gets many. It has, it gets many radiation. So we can put all this all the mercury soil over our area, special area, to so that we can make it as a radiation protector. We can make air conditioned insulated buildings. um like we also need oxygen, right? Because without oxygen we can't live. So we need like special buildings in which we can get oxygen. Not only buildings, all special areas in which we can get oxygen. The next is mineral rich asteroid impact areas. Okay, so now there are many asteroid impacts in Mercury. So we have to build a very strong area on Mercury, so that even though many asteroid there are many asteroid impacts, it won't harm any of us. And so the advantage of that is you can use it to mine, like getting some different kinds of stones which are on Mercury and all. Next is uh, um, a specially designed telescope will help to study little details about sun, no atmosphere, hence no light absorption. So because it is near to the sun, we can use many, like for example, take the Hubble telescope. It is a very good telescope, so we can use it to um, get get to know about the sun much more than we know it about it on the Earth. Thank you, everyone. We enjoyed the whole exercise. I hope this gave you some idea about how can we make Mercury a livable planet. Thank you, sir, for giving us such a wonderful opportunity. Thank you. Bye bye. Have a nice day.